So at some point in your 3D printer journey, you're gonna ask yourself, can I print ABS or nylon on my 3D printer? Well, usually you think about industrial filaments, that you need to have a heated chamber with active heating, but today I will prove you that even if you have the cheapest bed slinger available on the market, you can print ABS. Because today we are using ABS Kevlar from Spectrum Filaments. And of course, small disclaimer, it is very obvious that if you're gonna use a heated chamber closed printer, your parts will be stronger and they will look just better and they don't gonna warp as much. But just if you have a small parts or they are medium sized, it is possible to print them on small bed slinger. But you need to remember that if you have ABS or ASA, they produce toxic fumes, so they are not really good for you. So even if you have open window and good filtration in your room, it's not very beneficial to use it in the same room that you're sitting. So please be mindful about that. So if you know our channel and you've seen my videos before, that you know that I like to do some experiments and push everything to the limits. So today, yeah, the ABS with Kevlar goes to the bed slinger. Probably you already know that ABS like to suck some moisture from the air, so something like the dry box will be very useful while printing this material and keep the moisture on the lowest level. And also our boxes are a little bit different. So probably you already seen this model before on the clip, that it's just like a small bracket that can hold the bike in a vertical position, right, without any extra equipment. But as you can imagine, printing without any different settings and just throwing the filament to the printer and starting it will make the warping a living hell. And yeah, it just failed on the first try. All the models just like took off from the build plate and it was fail. And then I realized that I've seen somewhere on the YouTube that you can actually use PLA for a interface layer, right? So I used multi-material possibilities of this printer and started with PLA and then went to the ABS with Kevlar. And for the first few layers it was looking fine. But after a few layers it starts to warp, and the problem was that while this printer starts with PLA, the bed temperature was only 60 degrees Celsius, where ABS needs to have 100, right? But if the first layer it's only the PLA, it's not supposed to have 100 degrees later, right? Because the ABS doesn't stick to the bed, but to the PLA. But printer decided to raise up the temperature to 100, and then everything starts to warp because PLA got very, very soft and everything just fell apart. Nevertheless, I removed the print from the bed and I tried to remove the PLA, and it was very satisfying because it didn't bond together. It was just like the perfect interface layer. And then I realized that maybe some material that it's a little bit high temperature, but it's still not gonna bond to the ABS and it's holding to the bed very good. Which filament was that? And then I was thinking, yeah, the PET-G is the one, because any other filament will just try to escape from the bed, and the PET-G holds pretty good. So I tried the same thing with PET-G, and then I realized that my settings was really a little bit off because I chose only one layer of PET-G and then it was ABS, and unfortunately the PET-G bonded with ABS a little bit too good, and it was very hard to remove because 0.2 millimeter layer height, it's you know, like a paper, so it was very hard to remove. And then I realized that we can just use the raft from different material because raft works perfectly, right? So we set the raft for the 3 layers, use PET-G and then put ABS on it, and it worked pretty good. So I just checked the how it's easy to remove the PET-G from the ABS, and it was super easy. It was just like, it didn't bond together at all. And the interface was having a distance of 0.2 millimeter, which I forgot to change. And then I changed it to 0 millimeters, and the effect was even better because the warping was almost invisible. The whole print just finished perfectly, but there is still some little bit of warping, and the top layer doesn't look very good. I will blame the printer because the printer, it's not supposed to print ABS, but I still managed to print it in vertical position, because when you're printing in vertical position, this is actually this part, but when you put the interface layer or the raft in PET-G, and then you're gonna start printing like this. You don't have too much material on the bottom, you know, on each layer to start to shrink everything and lift all the layers. So this way it was a lot more successful than printing it flat. So this is why you probably need the chamber to print bigger parts like this, and it's not gonna warp. And also when you're gonna have too much adhesion, and if you don't have engineering plate, which is a bit thicker, then you're probably gonna see where the whole plate is lifting with the ABS, with the part. So you want to set cooling to the minimum in the beginning of the printing, and you want also to slow down the speed of printing. And then in that combination, you should be successful in printing ABS with Kevlar or ABS with other ingredients on a bed slinger. Please remember, if you're gonna have extra flakes or fibers on the ABS or ASA, it's gonna help with warping, because we don't have pure ABS or material like ASA, but you have those extra infill that it's gonna be only 5%, for example, but it's still gonna help with warping. The last tip I have for you today for printing ABS or ASA, it's to increase layer height to 0.25, lower nozzle temperature a bit, just a tiny bit, and also try to make a bed temperature to 100 on 105, 110 degrees Celsius. Because if the temperature difference between bed and the nozzle is smaller, then it's gonna be reduced warping. I also tried to print this model with the skirt, but unfortunately, the draft shield, but it didn't hold to the bed, unfortunately. So using these small tips with the raft, PET-G, layer height, and printing vertically will give you the good results when printing ABS on a bed slinger. You can also do it on a chamber printer, and it's gonna be even better. So if you're looking for very durable material and it's easy to print because you can do it on a bed slinger, you can try ABS with Kevlar or ABS with carbon fibers if you want. We have special industrial series for it available in our shop.spectrumfilaments.com, and you can also use our code SpectrumYT10 to get it 10% off. Sometimes you're gonna think in a way that what can I print in ABS, what I need, right? So in my opinion, combining any hobby with 3D printing will give you the answer. I know that some people are using 3D printing strictly to the business and making spare parts. Some people making only decorations, and some people making toys, right? But if you have a hobby, try to combine it. Try to find some 3D models that are useful for you, for your friends. Because making communities and using 3D printing to solve the problems, I think this is the answer for 3D printing, right? And of course, having good quality filaments, it's another piece of puzzle to this story. I hope I inspired you, and we will see each other in the next video. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment what you think about it.